Right, here we are. We're back with another Q&A, which I don't do very often, but we're just gonna keep peppering them in here and there. Yes, Q&A. I don't need to say any more. Without further ado, let's get into this. How old were you when you first started rapping? If you talk about rapping as in like learning an artist first and then like rapping it, probably like 8, 9. I don't know, somewhere as a kid, listening, like my older cousin, who was like an older brother to me, he was always playing like American hip-hop. So in that era, it was like 50 Cent, Kanye, Jay-Z, like that was kind of what he was listening to. So especially Kanye West, I took a liking to. And so albums like Graduation, Late Registration, College Dropout, those albums, like I would be learning most of the songs word for word, verse for verse, and spitting them back. But in terms of writing my own shit, I was writing my own shit from about 13, but never put anything out. And then I would say my first thing that I properly put out would have been when I was 16. So yeah, writing at 13, putting out by 16, and taking it seriously from about 18 or so. So yeah, it's a whole mix. Like, it's been a progression over time, I guess. Why haven't you reacted to Pistol Pete and Enzo Run That? Do you not fuck with them? No, I fuck with Pistol Pete and Enzo. I do fuck with them. I actually reacted to that track, but then there was issues with the recording. It was in the same bulk that I did that last bulk where I put out like 4 or 5 videos. It was meant to be as part of that, but the first one I did, it fucked up. I reset the program and it was working fine. And because of that, I just didn't want to do a re-reaction straight away. I don't like, well, obviously I don't fake reactions. So if I've listened to something, it's a very rare occasion that I'll go back and react to it again. For example, I have no official reaction to ChillinIt Wish You Well Part 2. Because I listened to it in my own time when I was on holiday. I don't have Complete's, I think, is it Up and Down? I reacted to one of Complete's tracks. There's no official reaction, because again, I listened to it in my own time. There's been a few reactions where the audio's fucked up, or some part of the video's fucked up in recording, and hence why you haven't seen it put out. So I know some people are just like, oh, just do the reaction again, and it's like, 1 minute, you're asking me to do the reaction again, but the whole thing about me is first time reactions. None of it is planned. Like, that is the whole catch of why, well, as me as a reaction channel. And I know some people may be thinking, but isn't that what all reactors do? Believe me, not all reactors react to this shit first time. And so yeah, there are some songs that I miss here and there, and I know I miss out on views, I know I miss out on an audience, I know you guys miss out on content, but I would rather keep 90% of the scene's reactions 100% authentic, rather than 100% of it and then 90% authentic, if that kind of makes sense. When you come into Oz, you come into Oz anytime soon. Why haven't you come down under? Do you not like us or something? People, when you decide to pay for this trip, I'll be down. I've told you before. Once I have the funds, once I have the peas to do so, I'm there. But this shit ain't cheap, my son. Especially when you consider the fact of I'm not just going to be visiting one area of Australia. I'm going to be visiting multiple cities. So you've got to keep that in mind as well. Like, I'm not just flying one place and flying back. I've then got to consider the travel. Yeah, it's a lot to go into it. Will it be worth it? Massively. Do I have the money to do this yet? No. What track did you enjoy the most making on Visionary? In terms of writing, I would say Alone in the Rain, just for the simple fact of it was a real challenge to put it all together, and you know, it was really difficult, and that's why I kind of enjoyed it. It was a real struggle, it was a real grind to get that one done, but I would always keep going back to it. Like, you know, I worked on that one for the longest in terms of the writing process. So if we're talking about writing alone, that was probably my favorite one to do. In terms of overall, probably everything. I know that's such a cop-out answer, and I enjoy writing different ones for different reasons. Like, I enjoyed Point of View because I was going as hard as I possibly could. I enjoyed Big Man Sound because I've written that in the whole of about an hour and a half. I enjoyed writing Chokehold because it just come from a really true and honest place. There's so many different reasons why I enjoy different things, so I guess if I have to put it down to one, I'll say Alone in the Rain. But the recording process for that song took a fucking, oh, that was a headache, to be fair, the recording process of that. So I'm gonna make a documentary at some point talking about the whole album. I wanted to do a podcast episode about it, but I feel like I should make a mini documentary and then maybe a podcast episode to supplement that. But yeah, I'll kind of explain my whole process and my thoughts of making everything on that. So that will come out probably in a month or two's time. I just realized I need a trim. I just smashed my phone. What the fuck should I do? I don't know, big man. Google that shit. Who's bigger, OneFour or ChillinIt? It depends what you mean by bigger. Because if we're talking about who has more of a catalog, ChillinIt. If we're talking about who has a bigger core fan base, probably ChillinIt. But if you was to ask an audience, especially an international audience, OneFour is a name that people were more likely to have heard of. So I would say, yeah, ChillinIt has more regular listening fans, but OneFour probably have a little bit more exposure. I don't know. I could be so wrong within saying that. Let me know. You know what? If I remember to, I'm going to put a poll on this video. So click the little icon thing. Just vote on that for me, please. Who do you think is a bigger artist? And that is such a broad term. I don't know what we're basing this off of. But just on a quick hot take. Who's a bigger artist? OneFour or ChillinIt? Or group of artists with OneFour. But yeah, shut up. How's the response to the album been so far? Loved it, by the way, mate. Well, first off, thank you. I appreciate that. The response has been very, very positive. You know, there's... don't get me wrong, there's the people that are just like, fuck you, Chaz, stick to reacting, and it's just like, okay, fair enough. That's your opinion, you don't fuck with my music. But no, on a level, there's been such an overwhelming positive response on the album, in terms of there's plenty of people that are like, shit, I didn't know you made music, but you fucking slap. And so I really appreciate that. There's the people that are like, you know what, you're better than I thought you would be. And I'll happily take that. Like, you know what? Everyone's entitled to their opinion. You don't fuck with my music? Fine. Tell me you don't fuck with my music. Just give me a reason why. Tell me how I can improve. Tell me what you just don't like about it. Fair enough. Like, you know what I mean? But there's been plenty of people that have highlighted so many positives beyond just saying, oh, it's fire. Like, they've given their reason why. They've explained what their favorite track is and why that is. They explain what their favorite visuals from the videos were. They explain their reasoning, and that's what I really enjoy, is when people start sharing their thought process, you know. I'm one of the few people in the Oz scene that is sharing my thoughts and explaining deeply my reasoning behind some of my comments and opinions. And so it's just nice when some people take that time and effort to do the same for my content, you know, instead of just fire emojis. Don't get me wrong, yeah, I appreciate fire emojis, but give me a reason why there's fire emojis, if that makes sense. And I encourage you to do that with any of the artists that you follow and support, even down to content creators such as other reactors, or I don't know if there's anybody else doing album reviews or anything like that, I don't know, but just any content related to anything that you enjoy, give your reason why. Like, the next piece of content that you watch from someone that you really enjoy, go and give them a reason why you enjoyed it. Like, it's all well and good subscribing and liking and commenting your flame emojis, that's fine, there's nothing wrong with that. Like, content creators and myself especially do appreciate that, but go give a reason why. Go give an in-depth reason why you enjoyed that piece of content, because I feel like it just means a lot to the content creators slash artists slash whoever it is. Alright, ready for this one? Fucking Gronk, you dog. React to Pistol Pete and Enzo split screen. Alright, first off, by calling me a Gronk and a dog, you really think I'm gonna listen to what you want, big man? Second off, if you've got that much hate towards me, why do you care so much about my opinion? Because let's be real, you watch a reactor react to something because you want to hear their opinion, right? Now, if you just want to listen to the song, go listen to the song, big man. So, if you're watching someone who's reacting, you're wanting to see their reaction. You're wanting to hear their opinions and hear their thoughts. If you don't like me, why do you want to hear my opinion so bad? You know what? I could so easily just go into a rant, and I'm gonna just hold off from it. But just think about that for a second, people. By saying fuck you, that doesn't make someone want to listen to what you're saying. Do you plan to react to more Husky? Yeah, man, for sure. When Husky drops content, I'm gonna be one of the first people that reacting to it, I hope. So yeah, man, shout out Husky. I'm glad to see he's free now, and I'm hoping that he's able to just keep out of that shit, whatever his situation is, and just, yeah, man, just fucking focus on music right now, because I think he's got big things coming from the sounds of things. Speaking to a couple of people as well, they've said that they've heard Husky's new work, and yeah, I'm taking their word as gospel, so I'm looking forward to it for sure. Okay, that's gonna do for today's Q&A. It's just a real short video just to supplement another reaction or two that I'm doing today. It's nothing huge or anything like that, but I hope you enjoyed it anyway, guys. So yeah, appreciate all the support you've shown recently. Really fucking do appreciate it. So yeah, thank you so much for that. And yeah, my album Visionary's out now, in case you didn't know for whatever reason. And yeah, either way, guys, hope you enjoyed, and I'll talk to you, man, later.